Morning folks, good morning from Bournemouth. My final day here today, so second day of the Police Federation conference that we were invited to. Got a few nagging thoughts about yesterday, nothing that I'm directly critical of the Federation about. A couple of nagging thoughts that I've yet to sort of formulate into a sentence really. But very good presenters yesterday, very interesting. Not entirely sure where the Federation needs to be at the minute. Very glossy, but maybe not where we should be. But anyway, I've got to think more on that before I voice it. Here we are down on the front at Bournemouth this morning. I think over there, you see the white cliffs, I think that's all part of Studland. Somebody that's local will know better. Studland Bay. And the coastline comes right the way around. And the prom goes right down the front. It's a huge beach. I've never been here before, but the beach goes right the way around. And then you spin right the way around. You might get some flare because you're going to the sun then. It goes all the way down to the pier and then beyond. There we go. Awful lot of people out running and walking on the prom this morning. It's one of those things about the seaside, isn't it? People can't help themselves but go for a run or a ride on a bike or a walk in the morning. I suppose it's exactly what I'm doing. There's me. Morning everyone. So yeah, always good to catch up with some people that you've met and become acquainted with through Twitter. So meeting up with Royston Martis yesterday, and with Mental Health Corp, and him with Chaos obviously. Boscarelli 55, he was down, and a couple of guys from GMP. So it's been good fun. But today's the day. Today's the big important day. Today is the day that the National Chair, Steve White, for me anyway, has got to do something spectacular. He's got to pull something out of the bag today that will, as I say, my opinion, for me, that will unify the Federation, draw them all into being one organisation with one voice and working together, as in the strength of one organisation that all sings from the same hymn sheet, as opposed to 43 that have all got different ideas about how they may or may not want to do it, and how they may or may not want to spend the funds that they hold for their members. I know it's complicated, and I know it's messy, and I know they've got a lot of regulations and stuff to work around, but we're going to have to do it, folks, otherwise we're extinct. And that's not something that I think any of the membership wants, even if they're critical of you. And some of the things that have gone on over the last few years. But we're going to have to pull something exceptional out of the bag today, and then following that we've got Theresa May, the Home Secretary. I think pretty much everybody that I've spoken to is resigned to the fact that it's not going to be a pleasant experience. I'm hoping that she's not magnanimous after the recent election victory. I'm hoping that she shows some, or at least a degree of compassion, and doesn't use this phrase of "you're the best police service in the world and I'll support you forever," and then beat us with another big stick again. There's more bad things to come, I think we know that. But I suppose it's how it's delivered that might be important, for at least for me today. But we shall see. There we go. See what the day holds, how things unfold. But it's a lovely morning here in Bournemouth. The sun's shining, and there's not a cloud in the sky at the minute. But there you go. You sort of get the feeling that even if there's not a cloud in the sky, there's a storm brewing, and it's going to be in the conference centre today, and I'm hopeful that despite some of the messages that have gone across on social media, I'm hopeful that conference will receive and thank the Home Secretary for coming and speaking to them, even if they don't like what she's got to say. Standing up, walking out, turning your back to her, all that sort of stuff. She's an invited guest, and whether you like her or not, you've invited her, and so therefore you should treat them with a certain amount of respect, even if you don't like what you've got to say. And let's face it, if we don't have any dialogue at all with this woman, which has been, short and thin on the ground, to be fair, but we're never going to get anywhere if we shut ourselves and disassociate ourselves from the Home Office and the government. We've got to be able to engage with these people, even if they resolutely ignore everything that we have to say. We've got to keep there, and we've got to keep the dialogue open. So we'll see what happens. Should be a very interesting day. I'm really looking forward to it, and I shall carry on with my walk. Have a good day, stay tuned for the tweets, and we'll try and keep you updated throughout the day.